Hey guys, this is Kite. I have been working on the Pet Simulator game. I went ahead and generated a banner and a little logo for the game. And I've made a decent amount of progress since the last update about 5 days ago. Last time you saw it, this was more like a tray and it didn't look like a house. There was no signs outside. So we've improved the overall look. Now there are multiple pets running around. I've made the beds look more like beds, not exactly, but it seems like a good improvement from just a random rectangle. The bath looks more like a little tub, and we've got some noises. I don't know if you can hear that. I can barely hear it. This black one is actually a dog. It's not really a dog. I just cloned the cat because of the adoption center area. I wanted to see what it would do, and I wanted to make sure that this wouldn't try to eat the cat food and that they wouldn't try to eat the dog food. But yeah, I've changed some things. As you can see, the spawn fish button's gone. Now when you have a cat equipped or a dog equipped, so I unequipped the dog and the steak went away. Since last time, I also changed these bars. So this is their hunger. If I put food down, they should eat, and the hunger bar should jump up once they do eat. There it goes. It was glitching. The yellow bar is their energy. If I have them come play and you watch those yellow bars, you can see them going down. The pink bar is happiness. As you saw, that was all jumping up. If they get too tired, they will automatically go and lay down and sleep. And let me pull up Garfield's stats really quick. I've made this menu for managing the pets so you can actually see things. You can equip them and unequip them. But if you click on their name, it'll show you just how lazy they are, how gluttonous they are, and how playful they are. So as you noticed, when Garfield was at like 50% energy, it went and laid down and slept. That's because its laziness is max. It should eat more than Old Gray because the gluttony is 6 instead of 1. It won't be super playful, but Old Gray should be. And basically all that means is those affect at what point these levels are when the pet does certain actions. So when the dirtiness gets too low from eating too much, for instance, they'll go and they'll hop in the bath and get clean, which I'm going to change. I'd prefer the idea of me, the player, needing to put them in there when they're dirty, and there being consequences for not doing that. Like maybe they get sick and you have to take them to the vet or something. I am also working on updating this model. I mean, I think that they look cute and all, but this was a quick 5-minute thing to throw it together, and I always wanted them to be a little more interesting. Aside from the pets, which I'm going to unequip because they keep moving like crazy. Alright, so this is now the house. It's very basic at the moment, but what I would like to do is add some more furniture and give the player the ability to equip it or unequip it. So like you can see, we got rid of the lamp. This is all we've got right now. You won't be able to equip or unequip the bathtub or the beds. The beds will go away. You'll have 1 bed given to you for every pet you equip, up to 3 pets. And I want the player to be able to buy upgraded baths, upgraded beds, mostly for the aesthetics, the fun look of it. I want them to be able to get different lamps. I'm going to add in a couch probably here for the player to sit on, and maybe like a dresser over here, a cat tower in the corner, probably different types of toys and furniture depending on the pets, because if you've got a parrot, you probably want to put up some kind of bird bar that they can land on. And if you've got a dog, maybe they want like a enclosed doggy bed or a tug-of-war toy, stuff like that. That's not really furniture, but yeah, so we're working on making it so that the player can actually do things. And to enable that, we've added money to the game. So for every minute you're in the game, you get 2 bits. For every time you feed your pet until they're full, you get 2 bits. Anytime you play with them until they're happy, you should get 2 bits as well. So let's see if this goes to... Well, it doesn't help that he just went to sleep, but he's lazy, so... Actually, he's not as lazy as him. Oh, I was looking at blue. Alright, now let's try it. So, Garfield. Let's see what happens when your pink gets all the way up. Do we go to 646? We should. By rotating. And then I let go. Does it do it? Doesn't always work. I'm still working out some bugs. But they're supposed to... When they're fully happy, you're supposed to get points for it. There it goes. And when they eat and they're fully full, you're supposed to get points. See, we got 2 more right there. It just needs to be around 90%, I believe. Can't remember what I set it to. Anyways, let's go out and show you this thing. I had just random pads over here for adoption, so it would scan the pet asset folder in replicated storage, and for every folder with a name in it, basically the model of the pet and some of its like attributes, stuff like that, it would make one of these adoption plots. And we've got it set up so that if you adopt a pet, you can give it a name, you can pick its color, you can spend some of those points that you've been earning. If you don't like that it's like only a little lazy and only partially gluttonous and only a little bit playful, you can re-roll this. At the moment, you can just keep going until you got the stats you like, but I think I'm going to put a 2 or 3 roll limit on that. This is the cat, this is the quote-unquote dog. And this building was just a fun idea I had. I mean, it's not the fanciest, but I liked the idea of having curved windows, and yeah, I don't know. It just made sense to have a round building since all the houses are spaced around it. I would like to add another building over here in this blank area. I'll just extend the train. I don't think it'll be a round building, but I want to have the furniture building over here, and that way people can buy the various extra things for their house. And over here I want to make a mini game area. I don't know exactly what the mini game's going to be yet, but it'll probably be some kind of a race game, or maybe some kind of like pet fashion show. I don't know. I don't really know how I would make that make sense, but I do like the idea of potentially, like if we did a race game, you could either put the pet in the race and just let it do it on its own, and depending on its placement would determine how much money you get back from the race. Or, if I understand it correctly, we could set it up so you play as your pet and you could actually do the race, or we could have some kind of pet-themed obby to go through. It's like collect all the fish in the obby and as the cat, and you would get maybe $30 or $50 instead of just 2 for being in the game. I'm not 100% sure about all that yet, mostly just trying to get this to work without the bugs. And now I'm going to switch over to Studio so I can show you what I've been working on. I want to get the cat looking a little nicer, so I've started working on adding legs and tails with segments so that the tail can kind of do that snake thing that cats do with their tail. I'm going to have this rigged up so it looks like it's walking, running, sitting, laying down, eating food, jumping, preening itself, you know, cleaning up. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on today, at least, just getting the pieces of this new cat model together. The last cat model was 2 eyes, 2 ears, the nose, the head, and the body. So we're going from 7 pieces to, I don't even know how many. I don't think I can just right click and see, but anyways, a lot more pieces, and I don't even know how to rig things yet, but once I do, I'm going to start making the animations so that when it's like tired it could walk slow, and when it's excited it can run around really fast, or when it's chasing and playing with the ball, its paws will be like batting at the ball. Anything that I can do, that I can think of, I would like to do just to give it a little more life than it currently has. I mean, it is cute and all, but let me get this back over here. But these are just like little loaves of bread that are moving around, and this looks more like an actual cat. So, I mean, I still need to color it and all that, but I need to make the base model generic, and then I need to figure out, like, if we're going to have a striped cat or a calico cat or a solid color, can we use them all on top of this, or does it need to have individual models for each of it? Anyhow, if you want to check out the game and try it out, there will be a link in the description of this video, and I just figured maybe once a week as I make updates, I'll record a new update to the video to kind of just track the progress, because this is probably the most work I've put into a Roblox project so far, and I'm actually enjoying it, enjoying joining in with my kids and playing it and watching them name their pets and play with them. And it kind of takes me back to when I was playing pet simulator games on my computer back in the day. So, hope that you enjoy. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.